Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Canon for the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Monday evening show over here. Yeah, 7:30 p.m. UK time. We're going to be reviewing the game, yeah, against Man United in its smallest size possible, maybe a bite size, or actually even smaller than that. And we've got some transfer news. This one actually did make me laugh. And we're going to be talking about the person of the moment. Probably thinking, who is that? The person of the moment? I'll get into this one on the other side of this music intro. Yes, indeed. Welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans that you all over this world. And last night was an emotional ride, man. Emotional ride. God, dearie me. Last night, anyhow. First and foremost, let's get all the housekeeping out of the way. What you can do right about now is just subscribe. No, just click the like button. It says it right there. Click the like button. Yeah, not so much subscribe. Just click the like button. That's what you can do, and that will mean the world to us, not only to me, but to us, the community over here on Canon 40 TV. Also, come into the live chat. You can see somewhere on my left, my right, left, right. Yeah, come into the live chats. Let me know your thoughts about the game yesterday. I got a headache. I got a headache. Anyhow, yeah. Let's get into this one, should I? Yeah, I think you know what. Let's do this. Let's do this. But you know what? I'm going to start with this gentleman over here, Mikel Arteta. Now, Roy Keane gives his verdict on Mikel Arteta's touchline behaviour. You know, Mikel Arteta received a yellow card. Yeah. But anyway, Roy Keane has come out in defence of Mikel Arteta's passionate outburst on the touchline during Arsenal's victory over the old enemy, Man United, on Sunday. The Spaniard, who is very spirited on the sideline, has been involved with altercations with opposing managers in the past, most notably with Liverpool's Jurgen Klopp. However, during one of his passionate outbursts, Arteta received a yellow card for his touchline behaviour. Speaking of Sky Sports News, though, after the game, this is what Mr. Roy Keane had to say in defence of Mikel Arteta. From the Arsenal point of view, I think they'd be okay with it because he's obviously passionate and you're not in this job to be liked. He's there to win football matches for Arsenal, and that's what he's doing. Listen, he's got the yellow card, he's had to take his medicine, but I generally have no problem with it. We see other managers doing stuff that we might not always agree with, but they're emotional, they're passionate, and I think it's just because he wants to win. I wouldn't be too harsh on him. There are in a great place. There is an arsonist to them, and they know what they need to do on the football pitch. It would take a lot to stop them. It was a pressure game, a pressurized game, yeah, against Man United. They are with a great chance of winning the league. Now he just mentioned there, in regards to some other managers, some managers do some silly things on a touchline, kicking bottles, it hits someone in the stadium, nothing happens. Mikel Arteta, passionate, passionate on the sideline. He hasn't hurt anyone. And what's he doing here? He's just saying that actually, what, 3, 4 times, and the fullback should have got yellow card. I can't remember the guy's name. Should have got carded long time ago against Bukayo Saka, and he got a yellow card. So I don't. What are your thoughts on Mikel Arteta? His antics. Is it out of the ordinary? You know, I've seen this gentleman's name. He's on BN Sports. Is Robert Keys or something like that? Yeah, he needs to keep his mouth shut. I'll say nothing more than that. You can let me know your thoughts about, our manager on the sideline. Is he overstepping the mark? Has he overstepped the mark? Was he wrongly yellow carded? What about all the other managers in the Premier League? What about all the other managers? They have a tendency. I mean, football is a passionate game, isn't it? Whenever I've gone to see Arsenal play at the Emirates, I change from one person into another. I turn into some kind of werewolf, man. I just go crazy, man. And that's just me. Imagine the manager, a pressurized job. And it's funny, one thing that came to mind is that, I mean, I know this, but how many cameras are there in the Emirates from different camera angles, and it is a pressurized job. Nketiah, for everyone to see there, whether he's picking his nose or shouting at a player or having a go at the opposing, manager in the spotlight, man, in the spotlight. Is it any wonder? But was he wrongly yellow carded? I think he was. I think he was. Anyhow, we go on. We go on and upwards. The next new segment is in regards to the game yesterday, but one of our legendary players, not Ian, right? Thierry Henry. He says, I was wrong. Thierry Henry shares what really shocked him during the Arsenal versus Man United game. Well, speaking on CBS Sports about the game, Arsenal legend Thierry Henry admitted he was massively surprised by what he saw from Man United. I am happy that Arsenal won and they deserve to win after the performance in the second half. But boy, Man United looked different under Ten Hag. I will be honest, I'm a big Ten Hag fan. He is the coach I would recommend to Laporta Barcelona after Ronald Koeman was sacked. He's a genius, Thierry said. Today we saw a team with 3 years development versus a team with 6 months. Also a team with 4 weeks of rest against a team with 2 days rest. And still United went toe to toe, which was surprising. I thought Arsenal would be all over United from the kickoff, and United players would sit back. I was wrong. United, in fact, have better control in the first half. You give Ten Hag 1 more year and back him in the market, the United will be a force to be reckoned with. No disrespect to Sir Alex Ferguson, but if Ten Hag gets it right at United, they will play more attractive football under Alex Ferguson. I tell you what, that goal that the guy scored. What was his name? Marcus Rashford. I mean, that I don't know. What a goal by Marcus Rashford. I think, is it 9 goals in 9 games? No, forget about them. We still won 3-2. But yeah, Thierry says that he's quite surprised with Man United under Ten Hag. Yeah, Ten Hag. You see what happens when you support and you believe in a coach stroke manager? Anyhow. The next news segment is kind of transfer news related. This one tells me that Arsenal make inquiry for Juventus midfielder Weston McKennie. Who? Who's Weston McKennie? I'm not going to spend much time on that one. Weston McKennie. Yeah. And the last news segment is in regards to this gentleman here, Eddie Nketiah. The Guardian says that Eddie Nketiah's unexpected hero status is fueling Arsenal's title belief. The striker emergence has had no sense of inevitability, and he is showing how fine the dividing lines of fate in football can be. Now, I'm going to say this. We need to get behind Eddie Nketiah. I think a lot of you are eating humble pie right now. Put some respect back on Eddie Nketiah's name. I've always said that if you give this player game time, start not like little bits and pieces, let him start games in the Premier League. A good time frame would be maybe 10 to 15 games. Unfortunately for Gabriel Jesus, who's out injured, who has had to step up? Eddie Nketiah. And he's proved himself so far, or thus far. Let's get behind and support Eddie Nketiah. Wonderful stuff. And I think he's probably level pegging, I think, on top scorer between himself, Martin Odegaard, and Bukayo Saka. But the main point I want to try and say is with Eddie Nketiah, let's support Eddie Nketiah. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when Gabriel Jesus gets back to full fitness. What I'm hoping is going to happen, like I said on the surprise post-game reaction last night, is he's got to wait his time. He's got to bide his time. You don't want to spoil a winning formula. This team, without Gabriel Jesus, is scoring goals and winning. Why would you want to change that? Why would you want to change that? Keep the winning formula. And so Gabriel Jesus, like all the other players, will have to wait until something happens, whether a player goes off form or suspension or injury, any of the above. But he cannot go straight back into the starting 11, Gabriel Jesus. I'm sorry. You just got to bide your time. Because for now, Eddie Nketiah is doing the business. I don't care whether, people say, but he's not like a Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus is Gabriel Jesus. Eddie Nketiah is Eddie Nketiah. He's not trying to be like a Gabriel Jesus. And Gabriel Jesus is not trying to be like an Eddie Nketiah. So they're two different types of players. And I don't care whether he's a poacher, he's scoring the goals. Scoring the goals. So long may it continue. But the point again I want to try and make is, let's support Eddie Nketiah. He's doing the business. Doing the business, scoring goals. He's scoring goals. What more do you want? What more do you want? Anyhow, Eddie across the Mersey. All right, and that's it. These are all the new segments currently running on Cannon 4 TV on this Monday evening show over here. My second favourite club, Fulham, are going to be kicking off against Denmark down the road. So come on, you cottagers. Cottagers? It can't be the Whites because... Anyway, come on, you Fulham. Come on, you Fulham. Now, I need to check out our Twitter feed and see if there's been any comments there. Let's have a look. Okay, righty. Well, there's not been any comments so far. But do you know what? Whilst I'm just doing that, I want to say a big thank you to Brother Prosper and there's the enforcer who came on at last minute to do the post-game reaction. And the post-game reaction I did last night was courtesy of my wife because I no longer do live shows. I mean, I've got Paul, the Bray, doing the big Sunday show, but I thought because we were so emotional right after the game against Man United 3-2, I had to ask my wife for permission. Can I do the live post-game reaction? She said, yeah, sure. So thank you to Prosper and, of course, there's the enforcer for coming on last minute and doing a show. I think we did like an hour-long show. So thank you, guys. Right, now, I did a poll, and the poll was in regards to the all man of the match. Who was your man of the match? Who was your chosen man of the match? I went for Eddie Nketiah because he scored the 2 goals, which ended up helping us to win the game. But other people have other ideas. No, they didn't. They did not. Your chosen man of the match was actually Eddie Nketiah. Although I got lots of comments about Zinchenko. And I'm not sure why I did not put Zinchenko as an option for man of the match. A lot of people voted for, or actually mentioned, Alexander Zinchenko. But because I didn't mention his name here, Nketiah ended up on 60% of the votes. Second place was Saka on 29%, Partey 6, Erdegaard on 4, and Saliba on 1% of the votes. But a lot of comments about Alexander Zinchenko. I thought he had a wonderful game. Really, in moments like that, you want players who are going to be asking and begging for the ball. And I'm looking at Zinchenko. Where was he playing? Left side of midfield, centre midfield, right midfield, left back. Going to Thomas Partey and say, look, give me the ball. Give me the ball. Pass the ball to me. I was thinking, wow, in moments like that, you want players like that. You know what? Fortunes favour the brave, man. Fortunes favour the brave. So, Nketiah is my man of the match. Nketiah is my man of the match. Right. Now, I believe I can go into the live chat because there was no comments. I believe just one message from, let's have a look, for Telt, the original Godfather. Yeah, but no comments in regards to us going live over here on Cannon 4 TV. So let me go into the live chat for the first time on this evening show over here. And we've got Ashley D, moderator. Actually, I think two moderators. It says a hey up, Gooners, and hey up to you. Pop into the chat, say hi, where you're from, what your thoughts on yesterday's game. Actually, Ashley, what I can't remember. What did you think about the game yesterday? Do you know what came to mind? And I know I put this in the Canon 14 WhatsApp group. I just had visions and flashbacks of Arsenal versus Man United in the FA Cup final in 1979. That was the first trophy I remember Arsenal winning. It was 3-2, known as a 2-minute final. The emotions were running wild last night, man. But yeah. We've got Atium Arteta says, let Arsenal strengthen our squad with Mitoma from Brighton. Mitoma, what a winger, man. But you know what? I'm happy with Trossard. Trossard with that little cameo role that he got last night. You can see the quality. But he's a quality player anyway. A snip at £27 million. £27 million for Leandro Trossard. Wow. And we've got the First Lady of California TV who celebrated a birthday. Ange, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Zinni all day. Why not Eddie? Eddie across the Mersey. I'm just saying. Anthony D. Scissors, Master Samuel, good evening. Good afternoon to you, brother. Blessings, Alex, and blessings to you. Brilliant to watch and real old school. Yeah, what a game, man. But I thought that first goal from Rashford, oh my goodness. Completely, I think it is 9 goals from 9 games from Marcus Rashford. Doesn't look like he's got something on his mind now. Well, yeah, apart from football. Yesterday's game was a different place and time. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my goodness. That game was exciting. The game changed when Trossard came on. Also, game of the season. Game of the season. And I'm not being biased. It was the game of the season. I'll give you a quick joke. Now, you know my local chippy. He's a spud, isn't he? Yeah, he's a Tottenham fan. He's probably upset with me because I went in there. I hadn't been there for the last month and a half. And I went in there. I said, "Oi, Nick, I haven't seen you since Kane missed the penalty in the World Cup." And he he ran for the hills back of the shop. But my local corner shop went in there today, and he actually told me, was it New Year's? Was it the 1st or the 2nd of January? That he supported Manchester. I said, which Manchester? And he never told me. But I went in there today to top up the old Lecky key. And he said, "Well, how are you?" I said, I'm fine. I'm all right. He said, "Oh, why is that now?" I said, "Well, because Arsenal won." He said, "Get lost. Get out of my shop." He's a Man U fan, isn't he? Jokers to the left of me, clowns to the right of me, stuck in the middle with you. God, dearie me, man. Anyhow. Eddie, the striker. Titanosaurus. I think you came in with oh, no, it was Tamina. Tamina, I'm not sure if you're still watching this. Hi, Alex. How are you doing? I'm fine, Tamina. I hope you're keeping well. Eddie, Saka, Zinchenko were sublime. Zinchenko, man. I was thinking, oh my goodness. I was thinking, where are you playing, man? You're all over the pitch. Everywhere. Wow. Still Eddie for me. Still Eddie. What's your thoughts on what happened with Ben White? Yeah, yellow card, got taken off. Yeah. What do you mean? What happened with him? What do you mean? What do you mean? What happened to him? What? Because he got taken off? What happened to him? Have I missed something? Tired. Maybe I've missed something. Yes, it was great. Game of the season. Jeffrey, good evening to you. Where do people get this nonsense from Eddie to be our number one striker? Whose expense? Gabby? Jesus, not on your ninny. Not on your ninny. Whilst we are so proud of Eddie, but get real, Gabby J is on a different level. Jeffrey, I've got to respect your opinion. I have to disagree with your opinion. Like I said from the middle of the show, Eddie Nketiah is Eddie Nketiah. Gabriel Jesus is Gabriel Jesus. They are not trying to be like the other striker. They're not, Jesus is not trying to be like Eddie, and Eddie's not trying to be like Gabby. They're two different types of strikers. And what I'm going to say, Jeffrey, is before Gabriel Jesus went on international duty to the World Cup, he hadn't scored in 10 games. That is fact. Quite lucky for me to have gone to the World Cup. Didn't score. His form was absolutely atrocious. Whereas you're looking for someone to step up. Eddie has done that. He's done that. So I want, and I'm saying this again, put respect on Eddie Nketiah's name. Put respect on it. What do you want a striker to do? To score goals. And Eddie has done that. He's doing it. 7 goals across all competitions. And I think he's on a par now with Martin Odegaard. And I think Bukayo Saka. What more do you want? And I'm going to say this for maybe the 5th time. Eddie Nketiah will score more goals this season than Gabriel Jesus. That's right, I said it. Eddie Nketiah will score more goals, but you've got to give him the starts in the Premier League, will score more goals than Gabriel Jesus. Jesus didn't score goals in 10 games leading up to the World Cup. But I respect your opinion, but I will have to disagree with your opinion. United are well short. What do you mean, as in what, height, or what do you mean, short? I'm scared to go to my the Chinese shop now. You might say to me, "Oh, I support." Who do you support? Maybe Newcastle. I don't know. Yeah, Chippy is a spud. The corner shop was a devil, a red devil. My goodness. You need to move to Mars and get away from Spurs and Man U fans. The thing is, the guy was funny in the corner shop. I mean, he's just recently brought the shop. It's under new management now. But the guy, he's funny. He's quite funny. Whereas the Chippy, yeah, I won't be going there for a long while, if ever again. Anyhow. White. I meant why he was off form. Rashford is good, but White is normally much better than any winger. Yeah. I know we spoke about it last night, on the post-game reaction. I do like the understanding that most of the time that Ben White and Bukayo Saka have, the overlap on the outside with Ben White, and he cuts in, he might cut it back for Bukayo Saka, but didn't have the best of games, and he got a yellow card. Gabby Martinelli for me is a little concern, but we've got Trossard, haven't we? But yeah, taken off because of the yellow card. And I thought that was a good substitution. Tomiyasu got turned over a couple of times, got turned over a couple of times by Marcus Rashford, but after that, he was on point, he was on form, and yeah. But Ben White, and this is why we keep saying, literally, for each position that there is there, you've got to have competition. Doesn't matter, whether you're the marquee signing or you've just joined the club. There needs to be competition for all the spots. Thomas Partey doesn't have any competition, does he? No competition. But Ben White, yeah, substituted because he got the yellow card, innit? It's a good thing Arsenal didn't panic to buy a striker. Confidence for Eddie is growing. Yes, that's a good shout, actually. There's this talk about, when you buy players, is it going to upset the balance in the first team at least? Possibly. A Modric, I think, would have unbalanced and maybe upset a lot of people. Trossard at £27 million is, I won't say deal of the century, you know. But yeah, confidence is growing. I've always had confidence in Eddie Nketiah. Eddie is putting his money where his mouth is, scoring and scoring against top clubs. And we can't ask anything more than that. What more? I mean, oh, actually, yeah, he could have scored a hat trick, couldn't he? No, we've asked him to step up, score goals, and he's stepped up and scored goals. He will score more goals than Gabriel Jesus. Eddie missed quite a few chances. Is that not brilliant? Because to me, it means he's getting in the right places at the right time. What's your thought? I completely agree. I mean, that shot he had where De Gea saved it, it was an instinctive turn and shot with his left foot. That's the way he plays in Nketiah. That's the way that he plays. But I mean, what more? What? He should have scored a hat trick. Okay, maybe, but he scored a winning goal. He scored a winning goal, isn't it? So yeah, maybe he should have had a hat trick, but I'm not going to pull my hair out for that. The main thing is he scored a goal and we won against the old enemy. I can't ask for anything more than that. What do you think Trossard's best position is? Well, he has said that he can play as striker, he can play on the left. Um, to be honest, I'm thinking we might have to use him as an additional winger to Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli didn't have the better of games. I'm not sure what's happened with Gabby. You know, sometimes he looks indecisive. There were a couple of times when I'm thinking, Gabby, just have a shot. Just have a shot. And the one Bissaka I thought had to have a really good game against Martinelli. But Martinelli, for me, is just the end product now. I'm thinking, is he overthinking things? Is he confused because Arteta's asked him to do something? Is he fighting with his natural instinct over what Arteta is asking him to do? I don't know. I don't know. But for Trossard, that little 5-minute cameo role I saw there, I'm thinking, wow, yeah, really good buy. And Trossard, I've rated him, and I did say actually that with Trossard, if he were to come over at Arsenal, because at Brighton, I've got the impression that he was like a big fish in a small pond, whereas at Arsenal, he's a small fish in a massive ocean. Got to prove himself. Has to prove himself. That 5-minute spell he had there, he did all right. The youngster did all right. Yeah, I'm saying youngster because I could be his father. Because my kids are older than him. I kid you not. Great to see 40 Gooners here tonight. So how about let's see 40 likes as well. So smash the button and also subscribe. And on a side note, check out the Canon 40 merchandise. Some nice hats. Yes, a lot of merchandise here. We haven't had someone buy any merch for quite as well. And you know what as well? You know what? Actually, it's like when we first started doing the membership, and also about the super chats, I was told, Alex, you know what? Don't overkill it. Don't promote it too much. If people want to, now they know the option is there, but don't overdo it. I think, right, okay. So I've gone the other way now. I don't talk about subscribing. What I do talk about is liking the live show. Click the like button. That's all you've got to do if you like what you see and what you hear. I mean, I know I'm a handsome guy, but it's not about me being handsome. It's about me delivering the news to you. I'm just saying. Just saying. Every player has a not so good game. Yeah, absolutely. Completely agree. Was it not brilliant that we scored a last minute in front of Sir Alex Ferguson? Oh, God. Oh, dear. Yeah. What's his face there as well? I can't remember his name now. Fergie was there. And who else was there from Man United of old? I can't remember. Was Bex? David Beckham was there as well, wasn't he? Eddie is a clever player, says Russell. Russell, good afternoon. Sorry, good evening to you. Mohammed says Everton has Frank Lampard today. Yeah, he's been sacked, hasn't he? Frank Lampard has been relieved of his duties. Yeah, they don't have any manager at the time. There is some talk about, yeah, I don't know, Stevie Gerrard being installed as the manager. No idea. I don't care. Frank Lampard was good enough just for Chelsea. Just he was sat Everton and Frank Lampard today. Yeah, it's this stuff about because a player was so good at playing football doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to become the greatest manager. I've been listening over the last few days about Brian Clough. At that time when he played football, was a prolific a striker until he received a knee injury and had to retire at age 29. Some of you are probably thinking, Brian Clough, who's he? Go into Google or YouTube, type in Brian Clough, and you will know who I'm talking about. But yeah, one of the best manager England did not have. The best manager. Basically, he didn't manage England, but he should have. Yes, he is now signed, hasn't he? Jacob Kielwar. Yeah, caviar. How long will Koa need to adjust? Would you put him into the FA Cup game? Yes, I would, just again for squad depth. And I think I said that last night. Yeah, it was. Yeah. These players, to give them a pathway into the first team, because we do need squad depth, cup games. I wouldn't be putting them into the first team unless we had an injury or two. But yeah, put him in the FA Cup and just see what happens. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you as well, Mohammed. Yeah, none of us really knows about that. Let me just double check something very quickly. Just make sure that we don't have any more comments here. Do you know what? I'm going to wrap up this live show over here because I want to watch the Fulham versus Spuds game. Yeah, I know it's just kicked off, and I can see that you are watching me over here. But have no fear, we will be back tomorrow giving some more live news in regards to Arsenal. Yeah, we'll be talking about Arsenal again tomorrow. Same time, same place, different day. That's all I can say. So thank you for watching me talk about Arsenal. And like I say, for me, I'm so very happy for Eddie Nketiah, but he needs to continue. He needs to continue proving a lot of you wrong. And we've got to support him. So long may it continue. Keep scoring goals, Eddie Nketiah. I don't know whether he watches Cannon 40 TV. I don't know. Maybe if you know him, give him a call and tell him that he can come on Cannon 40 TV anytime he wants. So Eddie, if you are watching, keep going, keep scoring goals, and keep proving a lot of the fan base wrong. And I have faith in you that you will score at the end of the season. You'll be scoring more goals than a Gabriel Jesus. That's right, I said it. Yeah. Anyhow. Oh, you're absolutely right. Yes, it has been delayed by 15 minutes, isn't it? I remember refreshing the page and it says from 8 now, 8:15. So maybe we can probably go on for a few more minutes, actually. Go for a few more minutes. I think we'll probably go for a few more minutes. Yeah, delayed by 15 minutes. Yes. Not sure why. Maybe crowd problems or some travel problems. Let's have a look here. Okay, sorry about this, people. Just bear with me a second. Right, there we go. Voila. Okay, any more comments? No more comments? No more comments? If there's no more comments, then I think we will end the show. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Right, there's a couple more. The Arsenal troops are happy after yesterday's late win against Man United. So do you think any of the players are looking tired? No, no, no. You know, this thing about a winning mentality. Winning. When you're winning, you forget about all your aches and pains and your tiredness. Yeah, any players looking tired? No, 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 no. And actually, at half time, I was saying we don't need to make any substitutions. I mean, these are the comments I put in our WhatsApp group. I said, if I were Arteta, I would not make any changes. No changes at all in the substitutions. But then, literally a few minutes ago, the word went round, oh, Ben White is being subbed and Tommy's coming on. I think, right. But did any of the players look tired? No, 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 no. Oops. Sorry about this, people. Just double checking. Right. Okay. We are going to end this show over here. Again, one final thank you to you for watching me over here. Just talk about Arsenal. I will be back tomorrow evening to give you some more live news, maybe some transfer news, and Arsenal have made another signing. Yeah, Jacob Kiewar, Polish international. Yeah. Anyhow, until then, I shall see you tomorrow evening. And this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.